The public is so unfathomably ignorant. They totally fall for the divide and conquer ideology. They're totally caught up in the dialectic, have absolutely no clue what is going on the earth at all. The things that they say and people who they blame, they really, really have their head so far up their ass that they may never get it out. The word troll is very appropriate because it's this degenerated, loathsome, retarded creature.
Hey, yo, it's me. What's poppin'?
They don't even understand they're the ones who are keeping the prison going. They love being slaves. They love it. They can't get enough of it. They can't get enough lies. They can't get enough disinformation. People that can't be bothered to look at truth, or they're people who gotten a little bit of the picture, but I would have covered it like this, or I would have got angry and used any harsh inflection in my voice here. Yeah, but here's the key word here. You would have. You didn't do it. Well, guess what? If you're not using the availability of information that can get the information out to as many people as possible, giving freely of your time and your resources to explain things like the non-aggression principles, the principles of self-ownership, natural law, true freedom, what it really is, mind control and how it operates. Where is all that data that you're putting out there it's so drastically different from mine and I'm so wrong, or it gets the parts totally right that I get wrong or that other researchers get wrong? You know, whether you're attacking David Icke, or whether you're attacking Alex Jones, or whether you're attacking Jordan Maxwell. It doesn't make a difference who it is. Anybody out there that's putting information out, at least they're doing something. They're putting information out into the world that they feel is appropriate and can help people. I don't care whether you even think that they somehow have an ulterior motive. The point is, what are you doing? I mean, you look at the actual situation, folks. There's slavery operating on the earth. You're in it. It is affecting you. You are not separate from it. And what you want to do is go and attack one of the other people who are being kept in this same state of slavery? They have us all in a cage. And you want to go and attack the other prisoners. Where's your testimony to the world? Online. Not written on some paperwork in your house where nobody can see it. Online. You have so much time to write to people and nitpick their work, but where's your work at? Point me to a YouTube site, a YouTube channel where I can see all your videos and check them out. It's nowhere. Zero.
Hello.
I'm done with the excuse that it's not willful ignorance. It is willful ignorance. People who are in a state of not knowing in this world today have chosen that state. They are willfully choosing to ignore information that is all around them, capable of liberating their mind, capable of helping humanity out of the prison that it is currently trapped in. It's just unfathomable to me that this is still where we are in the age of total information. So please do not try to convince me that this is not willful ignorance of the truth. Just let me try to put this into perspective, folks, to vent just a little bit more. Imagine if I were to write to someone like, I'll use 3 people as an example because I think some of the work that they put out has been the most proliferous. They have so much information and data that they have put out into the world that it's almost incomprehensible to me. David Icke, Michael Tessarion, and Jordan Maxwell. Imagine if and I've put quite a bit of information into the world, but imagine if I were to write to them. Imagine if I were just to write to David Icke and go, David, your concept of how the dark occultists view the feminine, the queen, in the symbolism as you talk about it, I don't happen to personally 100% agree with that, and I look at it like they're actually trying to kill the sacred feminine more so than they're worshiping that aspect of the dark feminine. But just imagine if I were to write to him with all the work this guy has put out. Whether you even agree with it or not, whether you like him or not, that's not the point. The amount of stuff he has put out into the world. Almost 20 books. Countless videos, incalculable numbers of radio shows and interviews to a point where you can't even imagine this person has actually talked and given that much of his time, talked so freely and given that much of his time to do that much work. Imagine if I were just to write to him to say, this one aspect of your work makes me think you so don't know what you're talking about in regards to any of this that I think it invalidates everything you've ever put out, and I can't recommend your work to anybody. Could you imagine the hubris that I would have to even be at to even write something like this or say something like that to somebody like that? People have to be completely out of their gourds. I mean, if you see the emails that I get, who cares whether you don't accept any of my interpretations? Who cares, quite frankly? I told you this from day one on the podcast, not to believe me. Take what you will and leave the rest. Go do your own homework, come to your own conclusions, and then act upon it. Choose a side and get on the field of battle, because this is a war. You're in the middle of a spiritual war. If you're not getting involved in actually putting something out there and doing something on the battlefield, then you're actually helping the other side. You're hurting the war effort, the spiritual war that's going on. And people who think everybody's a shill because they said one thing they don't agree with. Oh, he said he didn't talk about this aspect of this, and so he must be a shill and trying to hold that back. Well, it doesn't occur to somebody, maybe he didn't want to focus on that aspect, or maybe he doesn't even know about that aspect. No, that doesn't occur. You're automatically an agent of the state. You're automatically a shill or a disinfo agent. That's the reason why things aren't changing fast enough. You're spending time nitpicking on stuff instead of putting information out there for people. I don't even care if you don't have it all right. You can go and edit it later. You can go and say, later, after I put this out, I reevaluated it. I no longer think this. I can go back and say, hey, information in podcast, whatever, number whatever. I didn't have this right. Please accept my apologies that I put out bad information, and here's my change. Here's my revision. You could always do that. It's your karma whether you will take information that is true and do something with it. That has nothing to do with who said it to you.
What's going on?
Their karma is that they have said it. They don't need to put it in some pleasing tone that resonates with your emotional state of mind. Because liars are all too willing to tell you a lie and make it sound so beautiful and wonderful. And look, I just want to even just give a example that probably will not be received very positively, and I don't care whether it is or not. The example that I think immediately comes to mind to me is Alex Jones' appearance on Piers Morgan. People got so upset. Oh, he got angry and yelled and, even mocked Piers, and he comes off as looking like an idiot. Everything Alex said on the show was accurate. He was telling people the truth about what's really happening. They're trying to take the firearms from the citizenry of America. This is happening now because they're trying to declaw and defang the last line of defense against tyranny. If you don't like the way he said it, that doesn't invalidate or negate what he said. The truth doesn't have to make you feel good to be true. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm not in this for a popularity contest. I don't want to be liked. I don't want new friends. I don't want any new friends. I don't want you to like me. I don't care if you like me. Understand what's real. Stop believing in fantasy like authority and government, and stop advocating for human slavery by the continuation of those belief systems. What I would really love to be able to do is to just have them come to a ritual of dark occultists, of Luciferians, dark Luciferians, Satanists, Setians, any type of dark occult ritual, but at least somewhat at a level where it's dealing with people who are in the power structure, not just enthusiasts of dark occultism or a particular dark occult ideology. First of all, they'll probably not do that anyway, but I would just love, if I had the capability of just putting one of these people in the evil, into the midst of the evil, and the psychopathy that you would witness at such a gathering. There is no way you would ever again waste your time writing to anybody, no matter who it is, trying to tell people the truth about what's really going on in the world, and waste your time nitpicking on any of their work, no matter how off you may have thought one particular thing or any number of particular things they said was, because you would recognize in your own mind where you're at. And people will say, oh, well, we could never fight back against this government anyway, even if they did go hot with tyranny. You don't think so? You don't think that angry American resistors can get the job done and put down a tyrannical regime quickly? I don't care what kind of advanced weaponry they have. Good luck that's going to do against 80 million gun owners. Good luck with that. I'm not telling you there aren't going to be enormous casualties on both sides. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to be on the side of the people who try it here. I wouldn't want to be on the side of the people who would dare to try it here.